So I've been resin 3D printing my own statues for almost 2 years now. I've gotten pretty good at it and don't experience much failures anymore. I've been told that I should try out FDM printers, but I was always too lazy to learn a new system and really didn't want a headache and fiddle with it. However, I've heard Bambu Lab printers are very beginner friendly, so when Bambu Labs reached out to me and asked if I wanted to give their A1 printer a try, I was like, sure, why not? Setting up the machine was really easy. In fact, I had my 11-year-old nephew come over to help me set it up. If you want a comprehensive guide to how to set up the A1 printer, I recommend watching this video by Just Vlad where he goes through it step by step. After the quick assembly, the A1 auto-calibrates itself. There's no bed leveling or playing with any of the settings. So, to test the machine, I went directly to Bambu Labs' STL sharing website, MakerWorld. And let me tell you, for a beginner, this is amazing. People not only share the models, they also have their print profiles available, so you can just directly open the model in Bambu Studio, turn on automatic supports, and hit print. I had so much fun with this, I printed all of these using the profiles that people shared. I printed toolboxes for my family, toys for my kids, and even art prints like these ones for myself. Oh, did I mention that you can also print over Wi-Fi using their app too? Now that I have young children, I really don't want to tinker with settings anymore. I just want everything to work, and this A1 printer just works. Using the AMS Lite is also a breeze. Everything is pretty much already set up for you. You just have to select the appropriate colors in the Bambu Studio app and hit print. Now, my channel is about resin 3D printing statues, so I want to implement FDM printing into my own hobby. I was told by many that using an FDM printer like the A1 is great for printing out bases, so that's what I'll try today. The model of choice will be Savage Land Rogue by CA3D Studios, who is also today's sponsor. CA3D is a Patreon group where they release 8 to 9 models a month. For $20 a month, not only do you get the models, you also get to vote and choose the poses that they are working on. Let me show you some of my favorites that just got released. There's this David Martinez from Cyberpunk Edgerunners, this amazing Scarlet Witch, and also Darth Yoda. If you want to add these to your collection, make sure to check out their Patreon. Thank you CA3D for sponsoring. And now, let's get back into the video. So I decided to only print the base with the A1 because I believe resin printers are just better at printing high detail models. And that's okay. FDM printers like the A1 are much more suitable at printing functional parts. In fact, I love how this base turned out. The fit was amazing straight from the printer. There was no warping that often can happen with resin prints. The only thing that needed post-processing was this small seam line, which can be easily fixed with some UV putty. And the best part? Because it's the base, I didn't even waste time sanding it. Now, there are layer lines, but I decided to not sand any of them to see if it'll affect the look of the statue once everything is painted. Time to sand the resin print, apply some primer. Now, let's paint. As always, I start off with some pink as the base coat for my skin tones. Once the base tone is done, I apply a bit of red to give some warmth to the skin. To finish, I'll blend the red with my highlight tone together. To prevent future mistakes, I always recommend matte varnishing the skin tones. It's kind of like creating a save point. And because I'm too lazy to varnish each part separately, I'll assemble her and spray the whole thing. While the varnish dries, let's continue with the base. I looked at quite a few reference images of the Savage Land from the comic book. They lean heavily on the brown-orange color, and also some green for the vegetation. So that's what I'll try to reproduce too. After base coating, I'll dry brush the base to bring out all the details. Since this was printed on the A1 FDM printer, I was worried that dry brushing would make the layer lines very apparent, and when you zoom in with the camera, it actually does. But from a normal viewing distance, I think this looks amazing and I'm very happy with the results. Before heading back to Rogue, I'll weather the dinosaur bones a bit just to make it feel more authentic. So, I was told in the comments that I don't really do a good job painting eyes, which I kind of agree with. I think I still have a long way to go before I can be satisfied with my skills. But I think this is also the fun part of the hobby, especially since I'm sharing my work with you guys. I hope later I can look back at my older videos and see how awful I was and be proud of how much I've improved. And hopefully, you guys will still be here watching and following my journey. So, what do you guys think of this base printed with the Bambu Lab A1 printer? I'm really happy with it. I'll most likely continue printing bases with this FDM printer just because it's less expensive compared to resin and the fit is so much better. If you're interested in getting one, Bambu Labs is currently doing a Black Friday sale, so go check them out. On a side note, I just launched my own store not long ago, and if you like this Rogue, you can head over there right now and buy this exact one that's made in this video. I'm also working with an amazing sculptor to create my own anime STL files. All the details can be found on my website, tinylittles's3d.com. Thank you for the support, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thank you to all my YouTube and Patreon members for supporting me. And thank you CA3D for creating this awesome model and sponsoring this video. Now, let's head to the glamour shots.